It will be a combo overreactions, and don't be surprised if, because I do have an overreaction I want to get to. I'll start with that. The Atlanta Falcons have already clinched the NFC South. They have a one-game lead in the division, but they also have 2 wins over the second-place Bucks. So it is effectively a 2-game lead in the division, and the Bucks are beyond injured, while the Falcons are getting healthier and look like by far the best team. That division race is over.
Yeah, I mean, probably. Given the 2 wins against the Bucks, I would say they were the favorite to win this division. So, I mean, what have the Saints have lost? For 2 weeks, they were the best team in the NFL. They've lost 6 in a row. It's insane.
Dennis Allen is Dennis Allen.
They're injured too, I know.
Derek Carr died. They got to go with Spencer Rattler, who they end up benching for Jake Haener.
Ugh.
For who?
Jake Haener.
Jake Haener?
Jake Haener.
Who the hell is Jake Haener?
The quarterback.
I know he's a quarterback, but who is he?
He's one of the creative quarterbacks that you make in Madden.
Yeah, that's right.
When you create a player.
Washington and Fresno State legend, Cap.
Yeah, I bet. Go ahead.
All right, don't be surprised if time. Do not be surprised if the Lions make a trade for Trey Hendrickson, maybe as soon as today.
Ooh, today.
The deadline is 7 days away. The Bengals just saw their season end in their own house when Philly just destroyed them over the weekend. Yesterday, Dan Campbell did his press conference, his Monday presser. He was literally jumping up and down while coyly answering if a trade is on deck for an edge rusher. I think it's Trey Hendrickson. It sounds like Max Crosby is staying in Vegas.
Yeah, Mark Davis put out a statement. He said he won't be traded now. He won't be traded in the offseason. He's going absolutely nowhere. Talking about Max Crosby.
Yeah. I could see that. I don't know if today, but they'll definitely make a move. They've been so good, though. I don't know if they necessarily need to make a move.
They need to.
Obviously, you want one. But, like, the NFC's not... They're clearly the best team in the NFC.
Their goal is not make the NFC. Their goal is win the NFC and win the Super Bowl, which won't happen if they have no edge rush.
And then you've got to deal with, because then Aiden Hutchinson said he's coming back for the Super Bowl, right?
I feel like that's not going to actually happen.
That they're not going to make the Super Bowl, or that he's not going to come back if they make the Super Bowl?
If they make it, that he won't come back. You're going to come back off a broken leg with no reps to play in the Super Bowl?
He'd be the greatest Lion ever if he did that. And they won the Super Bowl?
Low bar.
Well, that's exactly. Greatest Lion ever. I could see it. It would suck for the Bears, but yeah, I could see it. Shay.
Don't be surprised if, Cap, you're going to enjoy this one.
Oh, boy.
This is Aaron Rodgers' final season in the NFL. We know his offseason focus just hasn't been where it needs to be, but now this dude is tainting his legacy with what is a total tire fire with the New York Jets. Every comment that he gives, he refuses to. He's like their version of Eberflus. Never his fault. It's somebody else's fault. It's the coach's fault who he got fired. They're 0-3 since. Then it's the media's fault. I got to stop listening to you guys. And then you lose to the Patriots. And it's still not Aaron Rodgers' fault. At this point, even if he wants to keep playing football, what's the team that wants him?
I mean, wouldn't you just stay with the Jets?
Do the Jets want to keep him? How does it make sense?
He's not going out this way. He's not. He won't play there. Just like Favre, he's going somewhere else.
I tend to agree with Cap on this one. I think because you said tainted legacy, I don't think he's going to go out like this. I think he would like to at least make the playoffs one more time and give it a shot, because if you go out like this, you're going out as the crazy ayahuasca, dark room. I mean, he's still got we're a week away. He could still make a maybe someone will pick him up as VP. Who knows? He's still got a week.
Here's the problem for me is I think when Favre left the Jets, he was 38. I think his final season, he was age 40. Aaron Rodgers is already 40.
Yeah, but it's different today.
But he's playing badly. He's not good. He's throwing picks left and right. He won't take any responsibility. Like, going somewhere else is fine.
But that's it right there. He's not willing to take the responsibility. If he was self-reflective and able to say, I don't have it anymore, which is like one of the hardest things you can do as a player, is to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I ain't fast anymore. Like, I can't do this. But he's not going to do that because he thinks he can still outgame any defense that's out there. So he's going to try to jump to another team that needs a veteran quarterback, that thinks they can make a run at a Super Bowl or whatever.
You mean like the Minnesota Vikings?
I mean, could you imagine if they both go?
That would be unbelievable.
Complete the prophecy.
That'd be
Our
great.
Twitch chat is saying.
That'd be awesome.
Who would be, when is Purdy up for his extension?
Next year, this offseason.
Yeah, they're not going to bench him for Rodgers. Okay. Let's see if Tua's healthy at the end of the year, because the Dolphins would need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. It's
who
last year,
else?
Russell Wilson's deal.
It is. By the way, what do you think Tomlin would have done if he was coaching the Bears and Tyreek Stevenson did that?
Tomlin's not handing the ball off.
It never would have gotten to that
an
point.
offensive lineman.
They would
Yeah.
have scored the first touchdown. The game would have been over.
Yeah. No, I don't think he retires. I don't think this is the last year of Aaron Rodgers football.
It might not
How about he goes to the Giants?
Oh, God, can you imagine? But it doesn't even have to be like a totally willing retirement. It can also be, oh, nobody wants me to play for them.
Well, he's still under contract, so they have to pay him.
Yeah, but
They can cut him, but they still have to pay him.
sure.
But you're going to pay him, you're going to pay him. Dude, it's a $50 million dead cap hit.
Next year?
Yeah. $49 million dead cap.
All right, maybe he just stays with the Jets and plays.
$49
Maybe he
million.
just stays with the Jets.
They're not paying that.
I don't think he goes anywhere else. What team is going to trade an asset to get him?
No one.
No one's trading an asset to get ass.
No. No, they're not. You'd have to get some like Russell Wilson type deal where the Jets are still paying a majority of that
Right.
contract of some form.
Right. But he's going somewhere to go out at
I
least
think
maybe not on top, but as a winner.
I think he stays with the Jets. They hire a head coach,
No.
and he tries to recruit a different wide receiver of some
No.
form. I think he does.
No shot.
All right, we'll see.
Shit.
Don't be surprised if the Philadelphia Eagles are who we thought they were, the 2 seed in the NFC. They have very clearly gotten right. Consecutive blowout victories and a second half in Cincinnati. I don't know if you guys watched it as closely as I did. They looked every bit like the 2022 version of themselves that went to the Super Bowl.
They did.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts throwing moonballs to Devontae Smith.
The tush push is back. It's working.
They looked very much like the 2022 version of themselves. I
Yeah.
think they're going to be the 2 seed in this conference.
They're up to 11th in DVOA, 10th offense, 13th defense. Yeah, this team is good again, which is why that Washington game was so important, because they still have to play the Eagles twice. Just saying.
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
everybody kind of started. I felt like everybody started just writing in that the Commanders were going to win the East. Oops.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because the Eagles are the betting favorite today.
Yeah, they are, and the Commanders are minus 290 to make the playoffs. So, good job, Bears.
What's the number on the Bears? Like, it's got to be higher than 4-1. The math is so against them.
plus 290
To win the division?
to make the playoffs?
Oh, make the playoffs.
Yeah, minus 385 to not make the playoffs. So yeah,
Yeah.
almost 4-1 to not make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
Or
brutal.
1-4, whatever you're doing, math. Shit.
Last one. Don't be surprised if the Pittsburgh Steelers win the AFC North.
Dude.
They got themselves the inside track this weekend. The Baltimore Ravens vomit on themselves on the road at Cleveland. The Steelers take care of business on a Monday night. And as we know historically, Mike Tomlin owns John Harbaugh in regular season games. Steelers got the inside track. They might just win this division.
Russ is playing good football.
Yeah, that's a 6th-round pick coming back to the Bears. So,
Fields was the emergency quarterback yesterday.
well, he was hurt. So hurt.
I know,
Quote,
but
hurt.
That's what they did with Russ.
Yeah.
Come on.
You still have to face the Bengals
We're getting a
twice,
sixth.
the Ravens twice, the Browns. The Steelers have the Bears' schedule. They have all of their division games late. All of them. They don't start playing the division until November 17th. They are mirroring the Bears' schedule. So they still have all their division games. So we'll see. It's going to get tougher. Now,
But
listen.
Browns
Russell
are
Wilson.
dead. Bengals are probably dead.
Now,
and you own the Ravens.
Listen, people did this to the Bears, so I'm going to do it back. Russell Wilson and the Steelers have beaten the Jets and the Giants. Let's slow our roll
Agreed.
just a little bit.
Settle down there, Sparky.
I'm not saying they're not going to be good. I'm not saying that Tomlin's bad or that Russell Wilson's going to not continue to play like this. But let's just see them face they've got the Commanders next in a week. They're off the rest of this week. They've got their bye this week. So they've got the Commanders, the Ravens, Browns, Bengals. Like, let's just see how those games go before we anoint this thing a thing.
Do they or do they not own the Ravens?
They do. But the Ravens...
That's the important thing.
The Ravens look like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Like, I don't know if Russell Wilson's getting that done.
Ravens got a fourth quarter problem. They keep blowing leads.
They did last year, too.
And John Harbaugh's got a fourth quarter problem.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, the Packers are going to lose at least 2 of their next 3.
Oh, one of them to the Bears?
But they got Detroit at home this weekend.
They have Detroit and Green Bay. I think Detroit beats them. They come to Chicago, and then they have to play the Niners.
Let's hope one of those two is the Bears.
Then they're home against Miami. Then they're at Detroit, at Seattle. Ain't easy, kid.
No, it's not.
Shay. All right, take a quick time out. Albert Breer. Albert Breer. Amazon Thursday Night Football. The Monday morning quarterback at SI.com. He is as tapped in as anybody. He's our guy. He's next.